And now, Alabama fans, let's hear a big round of applause for Big Al. And now, fans, it's time for today's Wicks Family Foundation first pitches. Taking the hill with Hendricks Enterprises, it's Gunnar Hendricks. Celebrating his 30th birthday, it's Brady White. With Bama Slam, it's Riley Morrell. And with Knight South Baseball, it's Randall McCutcheon. Thank you to the Wicks Family Foundation for sponsoring today's first pitches. Are you looking for some summer fun? Get your chance to play at Sewell Thomas Stadium by joining us in Tuscaloosa at one of our Alabama youth or high school baseball camps. Camps are offered in June and July, and additional information can be found at alabamabaseballcamps.com. See you on campus soon. Roll Tide. And fans, you can nominate our first CTG Community Hero. Prior to each Friday home game this season, the organization will recognize a very special individual or family in which at least one member serves North Alabama and the Tennessee Valley as a frontline worker, current or former member of the United States military, a medical professional, or any other person you might think is a hero. The individual chosen will be honored on the field as a Rocket City Trash Pandas Community Hero. Visit TrashPandasBaseball.com to nominate today. The Trash Pandas would like to thank Moe's Barbecue for providing meals to our front office staff. Moe's Original Barbecue, a Southern soul food revival. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to now welcome our Spherion Dream Teams. How about a round of applause for these players on the third base side, the VBA 9U Red. And on the first base side, the Meridianville Eagles. Sign your team up to be recognized during the game as a Spherion Dream Team. Dream Teams can take the field with our Trash Pandas players and stand with them during the national anthem. Each player will also receive a special Dream Team commemorative pennant. Book your team today. Not only is Spherion staffing a huge Trash Panda fan, they're a huge fan of getting people to work. Let Spherion help you in hitting your career home run. Apply today. Let's get to work. And here to welcome our Trash Pandas through the High Five Tunnel today, we have the Blazers. The Alabama Grand Slammers is an independent fundraising organization supporting the University of Alabama baseball program. Follow the QR code on the video board or visit grandslammers.org to become a member today and help grow the program. Roll Tide! Fans, flying objects can leave the playing field at any time. For your safety, please stay alert for foul balls throughout today's game. Thank you. And now, fans, it's time for today's U.S. Space and Rocket Center starting lineups. First for the visiting Blue Raiders. Leading off, second baseman number 11, J.T. Mabry. Batting second, shortstop number 13, Brett Coker. Batting third, DH number 33, Jeremiah Boyd. Batting fourth, catcher number 38, Briggs Rudder. Batting fifth, left fielder number 16, Jackson Galloway. Batting sixth, first baseman number 17, DJ Wright. Batting seventh is third baseman number 8, Gabe Jennings. Batting eighth is right fielder number 4, Jared Vitito. And batting ninth, center fielder number 9, Eston Snyder. On the mound tonight for the Blue Raiders, right-hander number 22, Jalen Wirtz. And now the starting lineup for your Alabama Crimson Tide. Leading off is third baseman number 16, Colby Shelton. Batting second, DH number 1, Will Hodo. Batting third, first baseman number 18, Drew Williamson. Batting fourth, shortstop number 10, Jim Jarvis. Batting fifth, left fielder number 11, William Hamiter. Batting sixth is second baseman number 5, Ed Johnson. Batting seventh, center fielder number 21, Andrew Pinckney. Batting eighth, right fielder number 20, Tommy Seidel. And batting ninth, catcher number 9, Mac Gassetti. On the mound tonight for your Crimson Tide, right-hander number 34, Jacob McNary. That was today's starting lineup, brought to you by the U.S. Space and Rocket Center, home of Space Camp. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask for a moment of silent reflection as we pay respect to the victims of the senseless acts of violence perpetrated on March 27th in Nashville, Tennessee. Thank you. And now please turn your attention to the area behind home plate and join us in welcoming tonight's Thompson Roofing and Construction National Anthem performer, Haley Faith. Please rise and remove your caps and join us as we honor our country with the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Haley, and thank you to Thompson Roofing and Construction. We've got you covered. Visit 256roofing.com. It's time to meet tonight's umpires. At third base is Matthew Wilbanks. At second base is Brandon Folks. At first base is Dustin Ragsdale. And behind home plate calling the balls and strikes is Caleb Devier. Ladies and gentlemen, here are your 2023 Alabama Crimson Tide. And now, fans, it's time for today's Play Ball Kid. Let's go down to Easton, who will get this game underway.
Play ball!
Tide moving into this midweek roll, solid results last week after giving up a few hits in the first inning. Really settled in after that against UAB in what turned out to be a 12-2 win for the Crimson Tide. So hopefully he settles in.
Leading off for MTSU, second baseman number 11, JT Mabry.
Very nice indeed. All right, just about ready to get things going as leading things off will be JT Mabry, and the first pitch to him is a called strike as we are underway. Caleb Devier is the plate umpire. He will determine balls and strikes in this one. Righty-righty matchup. Another called strike, and quickly it's 0-2. Dustin Ragsdale, the first base umpire. Brandon Foltz at second, and Matthew Wilbanks will round out the crew down at third. It is about 325 down the lines as the breaking ball misses low and away. 400 to straightaway center field, and roughly 375 in the alleys. I say roughly because we don't have an exact count. And there's a little bit of zigzag going on between right field and center field. A check swing at the plate and a miss, and Mabry goes down on strikes. A good way to get things started for Jacob McNary on what is his 16th strikeout of the year.
Mizell Renovations, your replacement window company and more. Visit us online and like us on Facebook. Now batting shortstop number 13, Brett Coker.
So a strikeout. And that brings up Brett Coker, the right-handed hitting shortstop for the Blue Raiders. He takes ball one. Second pitch in the at-bat. Right through there for a strike. One and one the count. Good gap up the middle as he is fighting that one off. Hit off the fist to the first base dugout, occupied by the Crimson Tide. Alabama the home team in this game, obviously. Even though technically, we said the campus for MTSU is closer to this ballpark than the one in Tuscaloosa. As that one swung on a miss. And how about McNary? Back-to-back strikeouts to get things going here in the top of the first.
Really using every pitch so far. Got a swinging strike three and a curveball to Mabry, and this one's a slider off the plate to Coker. So breaking ball's working. Really good control so far from McNary. Good to see.
So here we are with two out, nobody aboard, and a swing and a miss on the first pitch delivered to the DH. Jeremiah Boyd, a senior, is batting .357. He's got 4 homers, and his 18 RBIs are third most on the team, while his homers are tied for second among the starters anyway, as that one misses outside, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. Beautiful night. Hope you brought a jacket. going to be a little cool by the time we finish it up. Swing and a miss, and the count quickly goes to 1-2. Righty-righty matchup. The 1-2 hit sharply to third, but Shelton able to field it on a hop. Fires a strike across the diamond in time for out number 3. Almost do that a bunch tonight. Blue Raiders go in order here in the top half of the first. Bama coming to bat when we return here on the of the first here in Madison, Alabama. The Trash Pandas home is our home for the evening. Alabama, the home club in this matchup with MTSU. The Blue Raiders in the field defensively. Roger Hoover will give you their lineup in a moment. First, we look at the starters, though, for Alabama, presented by Chick-fil-A and Roll Tide with Chick-fil-A. As the Crimson Tide will have Colby Shelton leading it off, and playing third base, Will Hodo is the DH. He will bat second. Drew Williamson at first base will bat third, with Jim Jarvis, the shortstop, hitting in the cleanup spot. William Hamiter in left field will bat fifth. Ed Johnson is the second baseman. He'll bat sixth, with Andrew Pinckney in center field batting seventh. Tommy Seidel in right, and Matt Gassetti, the catcher, will round out the Bama starting lineup.
Starting pitcher they'll face Jalen Wirtz. Around him defensively, Jackson Galloway in left, Eston Snyder in center, Jared Vitito in right, Gabe Jennings in third, Brett Coker at short, JT Mabry at second, DJ Wright at first, catching Briggs Rudder for the starter, Jalen Wirtz.
Righty-lefty matchup. Shelton takes the first pitch low and in for ball one.
Few numbers on Wirtz this year. This is only his second start, 6 games he's worked in. 1 win, no losses, a 5.59 ERA. He's given up 6 earned runs in 9 2/3 innings.
Always works from the stretch, even with no one aboard, as that one misses outside, and Shelton gets ahead of the count quickly, 2-0. Colby on the season, 329 in his freshman campaign, 11 home runs, 23 RBIs. But nobody was hitting them this weekend. Too much wind blowing in at Joe as that one's popped up a mile high. Who wants it? Third baseman says he does, and he's not going to get there. It drops behind the pitcher's mound, and that will allow Shelton to reach. Boy, that's a tough break. It was a mile high. It's a long run for the third baseman, Jennings. Wind blowing in at Joe as that the wind started messing with it. It is swirling. Third baseman says he does, and he's not going to get there. It drops behind. Nothing posted as of yet. It will be a hit as they flash it now. And here's Will Hodo batting with Shelton at first. Nobody out. Bottom of the first, as that one's in there for a called strike. Hodo 343 on the year, 4 homers and 17 RBIs. That one's hit up the middle, glove by the shortstop, steps on the bag, then throws to first. A nice job on the part of Coker with the 6 unassisted 3 double play to get Hodo, and very quickly Shelton is erased, and I guess that is justice working its way through the game. Things tend to even out.
It's not fair for Hodo.
No, it's not. It's not his fault. But here's Drew Williamson. He takes called strike at the belt. Drew, the senior, hitting .378. Lead the club, 8 homers and 27 RBIs. Left-handed hitting first baseman for the Tide, facing the right-hander Wirtz out in front of that off-speed pitch as he clangs it off the front of the Bama dugout on that first base side, and the count quickly is at 0-2. Swung on, lifted foul left side, and the wind's blowing it back towards the field of play. But the third baseman, Jennings, unable to get there. I thought for sure that was going to be into the seats, and instead the wind whipping through. The flags are not, or they are blowing out towards right center. They are at half staff is where I was trying to get with that, and that is in memory of the lives lost in the terrible school shooting tragedy in Nashville just yesterday. Another 0-2 pitch is due, and a swing and a miss over the top of that one was Williamson, and that'll do it. Face the minimum, did Wirtz, even though he gives up the infield single in the first. No fault of his own on that either. We have played 1 inning here in Madison, Alabama. No score between the Tide and MTSU on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. Alabama taking on Middle Tennessee State University. I want to remind you the Alabama Department of Public Health tells you to protect your team by getting that COVID-19 vaccine. Tide fans ages 18 and older are eligible for the COVID-19 vaccine in Alabama. For more information, visit alcovidvaccine.gov. He's Roger Hoover. I'm Chris Stewart. Jerry Kelly runs the show back in our CTSN studios. Glad to have you looking in as well as you hear us, as you watch on the Trash Pandas YouTube channel. Jacob McNary picking up where he left off an inning ago. He struck out the first 2 men that he faced, and he gets Briggs Rudder, the cleanup hitter, to swing and miss at the first offering. Second pitch, a little number foul left side. Ball, 1 strike to count. Rudder hitting .324 on the year, 1 homer, and 10 RBIs on the season for him. 1-1. Line toward right. That one's pretty well hit. Going back Seidel. He's got room shy of the warning track. He'll make the grab for out number 1. So the leadoff man retired here in the Blue Raiders' second. I'll bring up Jackson Galloway, junior, with a .280 average. 4 doubles and 6 RBIs on the season. First pitch fastball strike, and it's 0-0. Neri doing a good job getting ahead of the count so far, Roger.
Yeah, not leaving the fastball up in the zone. That's when he tends to get in trouble. Singles left and right, but that's not been the case tonight.
Righty-righty match. Fastball right in there for a strike. Have you seen a radar gun up there?
I keep looking. I've not seen one yet.
Oh, 0-2 the count. And that one was just a tad high. I'm not going to say it split the heart of the plate, considering we're a little bit off from home plate, but it sure looked like it from the reaction of Gassetti. That one definitely missed low and in. And the count evens at 2-2. Always trust your catcher when it's your catcher. Swing and a miss. Foul tip actually held on to by Gassetti, and that'll be a strikeout of Galloway, and there are 2 gone here in the top half of the second. 3rd strikeout already, recorded by McNary.
Getting another one with a breaking ball. Couldn't tell if that was a curve or a slider, but definitely off speed.
Breaking ball strike to get ahead of DJ Wright, senior, who's batting .295, 5 homers, 20 RBIs. Those 5 home runs, tops among the starters. Soft liner fouling out of play right side, and quickly, I should say. McNary's getting ahead 0-2. Hopefully it'll be quickly and quietly. They'll go in order. Breaking ball missed there, though. And the count is at 1-2. Wright, a right-handed hitter. Gray pants, camo tops for MTSU tonight. Chopper foul off their dugout on the 3rd base side. Bama wearing the white pants, the crimson tops, with Alabama in the script lettering across the chest. Crimson caps, of course, with that great looking script A. Breaking ball misses down and away, and laying off of it was Wright. A ball and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, excuse me. Now the 2-2. Slap fouling out of play. Good job just fighting that one off on the part of Wright. Tell he wasn't trying to do anything other than get rid of that one. Close enough he had to swing, but didn't have a whole lot of confidence in what he was going to be able to do with it. Another 2-2 pitch. And another swing and a miss by the Blue Raiders. McNary, 4 strikeouts through 2 frames so far after 1.5 innings here in North Alabama. It's a scoreless game between the Tide and MTSU on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
I got a quick. Hello. Oh, for goodness. Hey, there it is at work. Can I get a roll tide? I said, can I get a roll tide? All right, now that I got you invested, I'm going to try to sell you some stuff, okay? It's the Trash Pandas Red Running T-shirt. That's right. The Red Running T-shirt and Red Trash Pandas cap. It's available right now at the Junkyard Team Store behind Section 1. If I do say so myself, this stuff is a roll tide. Let me get one more roll tide. All right, go check out the Junkyard Team Store behind Section 1 and buy today's merchandise item of the game.
Started, but a cool breeze at 14 miles per hour as we welcome you back to the home of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. It's Toyota Field in Madison, Alabama. The Tide and MTSU scoreless here in a collegiate game in North Alabama. Jim Jarvis, the cleanup hitter today for the Tide, takes ball 1 low. Homewood Suites in Tuscaloosa is the place to stay in T-Town. Convenience of downtown Tuscaloosa and the University of Alabama campus. Hometown Suites, Tuscaloosa. The 1-0 to Jarvis, high and away. As the count rapidly goes to 2-0.
Jim was pretty good in the cleanup spot on Sunday. Was able to go 1 for 2, had a sac fly, scored 2 runs even from that spot.
Shot right side, knocked down beautifully by Mabry at second, comes to his feet firing and makes the throw in time for the out, and that robs Jarvis of what looked like a sure base hit when it left his bat. That one was scorched. But a full extension layout by Mabry. Able to not just knock it down, but field it cleanly on a hop in his glove and then get to his feet to deliver the strike to first. Here's William Hamiter, left-handed hitting left fielder for the Tide today, taking ball 1 low and in. Hamiter at 346 on the year. No homers yet, but 7 RBIs. He will get one soon. Had a home run cut there, but came up empty. Count evens at a ball and a strike. 2 doubles among his 9 hits and just 26 at bats so far on the year for William. Off speed again, big cut, but over the top of it, the count goes to 1-2. No score, Alabama and Middle Tennessee State. Here in Madison, Alabama, again a short drive from Huntsville. 1-2 pitch. Little nubber back towards the mound. Pitcher will field, throws in time for the out. A lot of zip on that one, and he needed it. Wirtz, a nice job fielding his position. The throw to right at first base. And the 1-3 put out is the second out here in the Alabama second. That'll bring up Ed Johnson. Senior with 3 homers and 20 RBIs on the year. Takes ball 1. Senior batting .315 with 3 homers and 20 RBIs. He's a transfer from Tennessee Tech. The 1-0. Grounder back up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. Great effort by Coker, the shortstop. Couldn't quite get any leather on it. And the second hit of the game for the Tide. This one, the first clean hit that gets to the outfield. And Johnson records that single to put a man aboard with 2 gone.
Only had a few hits against Kentucky over the weekend, but he was always at the center of everything. Getting on base, fielder's choice that would help move a runner from second to third, or even a few times bring in a run. Just he's always consistent in the lineup. Lee, going to get you a good at bat.
Talked about it. They're expecting 7,500 in the seats once we get everybody out of the concession lines. A lot of folks decided to eat right at 6 o'clock. First pitch to Pinckney. Popped it up a mile high. That's going to be on the infield, and I'm not sure anybody sees it. They're scrambling, and that's going to drop in, and Bama's going to have men on the corners with 2 outs. Second, wow, rocket, pun intended, hit a mile high into the sky on the infield that MTSU cannot get a glove on.
Didn't leave the launch pad at all, as that barely moved down the first base side. And kind of surprising with how well Mabry made that play on the Jarvis ball that he's not been more assertive on the 2 pop flies in the infield, because he's got the most momentum running in from second base on what we saw in the first inning against Shelton and now here from Pinckney.
So we've got 3 hits in the game, 2 of which haven't traveled a total of 90 feet. Runner from first goes. Tommy Seidel takes a pitch. The runner breaks for home, and now it looks like we got a rundown between Johnson and home plate, or the third baseman at home plate. They're going to throw him out at home. That's a nice job on the part of the third baseman, Jennings, running at Ed Johnson. And a miscue there by Bama on the base pass. And that'll do it. That will go as a 4-2-5, I believe, on the putout to get Johnson. Stolen base for Pinckney, but Johnson retired at home, and that ends the Bama threat. We played 2 innings here in North Alabama. No score between Alabama and MTSU on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Wyatt, Big Al's out on the field. Big Al's going to distract him. No need. Wyatt's going to be the winner. And a little bro hug by third base between Big Al and Sprocket. Thank you to Pepsi for sponsoring today's base race. Pepsi is the official soft drink of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Cheer on the Trash Pandas with a delicious, ice-cold, and refreshing Pepsi.
Inning 2-6-2-5 got Ed Johnson. It was a stolen base for Andrew Pinckney that got him to second, but the throw down by Rudder cut off by the shortstop Coker. And unfortunately for Alabama, Ed Johnson got too far down the line towards home, got caught in a rundown, and that did it for Alabama in the bottom of the second. Jerry Kelly's our studio engineer. I'm Chris Stewart. And here to take you through the next 2 innings, my broadcast partner, Roger Hoover.
Thank you, Chris. Jacob McNary back to work. 6 up, 6 down with 4 strikeouts for McNary to begin this start against Middle Tennessee. He'll face the bottom third of the order. First pitch on the way. Breaking ball low and outside, ball 1 to Gabe Jennings, the third baseman, hitting .247, 4 homers, and 22 runs batted in for Jennings this year. Now the 1-0. Fastball for a strike on the lower outside corner. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. So McNary back at a midweek starting role again. Last week gave up a couple of hits early against UAB. Pitch is low. And a count at 2 balls and a strike. But then settled in after that. He got really helped out by his defense, turning a 5-3 double play. Next pitch. Swing and a miss. Count to a ball and 2 strikes. Beg your pardon, 2-2. The pitch is swung on. A line drive into center, right to the center fielder. 2 steps in for Pinckney. He makes a chest level catch for the out. 1 gone, and now Jared Vitito, the right fielder, coming up. Those final innings against UAB really breezed as he did not allow another base runner throughout his time on the mound. Only worked 5 innings, allowed a run on 4 hits. No walks, had 4 strikeouts last Tuesday. Scoreless game, top of the third here in Madison. Next pitch is a fastball for a strike to the first lefty batter he's faced today, Jared Vitito. Vitito from Gallatin, Tennessee, went to Davidson Academy. Pitch is swung on and missed on a breaking ball low, and the lefty batter falls behind 0-2. Vitito, a .294 average, no homer, 9 runs batted in. Next pitch, breaking ball again, swing again, miss again, strike 3. 5 strikeouts for Jacob McNary in his time on the mound to this point. And still nobody on base, 2 gone. We are scoreless in the top of the third. It's our playing field. Well, at least the diamond covered in complete shade. There's a pocket of sunlight in straightaway center field and a little bit to the gap in right center. Next pitch, fastball rides in for a strike to the righty batting Eston Snyder. Center fielder hitting .230, 2 homers, 8 runs batted in. McNary, first base side of the rubber, kicks and deals. And a swing and a foul tip goes right to the on-deck circle where top of the order and JT Mabry waits. No balls and 2 strikes, a chance for 3 perfect innings to begin this start for McNary. Bases empty with 2 gone and the 0-2. High and tight, missed for a ball. 2 strikes on Snyder. Couple of homers this year, 8 runs batted in. Now the pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike 3. McNary with 6 strikeouts. He's had at least 2 in each of his 3 perfect innings so far against Middle Tennessee. Last of the third coming up. It's still a scoreless contest between Alabama and the Blue Raiders. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
All right, I've got Rylan, Dylan, and Nathan here with me, all right? They've got pedometers on headbands on their forehead right now. They're going to have 30 seconds. This is called the human bobblehead competition because we're going to see who can shake their head enough and get the most steps on their pedometer in their 30 seconds. Boys, do you have your headbands on? Let's face the crowd right here. Let's put on a show. You're going to have 30 seconds. If we go ahead and get 30 on the board right there. Boys, get into position. We'll get started in 3, 2, 1. Go, shake it around. There we go. Be a bobblehead. We got pedometers on our faces. Who's going to look the goofiest? Oh, and we're going to the ground. All right. I don't know if that's going to help, boys. I don't know if that's going to help. Let's go. Let's say 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8. Keep shaking, boys. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Everyone stand up. Everyone stand up. Let's take a look right here. Let's take a look. All right, a little dizzy. We got 44. Well, yours is upside down. 116. Oh, my goodness. 29 with the most impressive showing I've ever seen. Everyone give it up for today's winner, Nathan.
Will start with Tommy Seidel at the plate. Right fielder steps in from the right side. Wirtz from the stretch. The right-hander set at the belt. Deep breath and the first pitch. Fastball is swung on and bounced in foul territory to the third baseman. Strike 1 on Seidel. Brad Bohannon, the head coach of the Crimson Tide, now in his 6th season in Tuscaloosa. He's coaching down the third base side with the baggy white pants, crimson socks tucked all the way to the pants, and then a crimson hoodie and a crimson helmet. As he watches with his arms folded, faint sunlight down the third base line. Garrett McMillan, reserve Crimson Tide pitcher, working his way back from injury, coaching first base. The 0-1. Breaking ball in the dirt, count evens to a ball and a strike on Seidel. Alabama 19-6, Crimson Tide 2-4 in SEC play. Meanwhile, Middle Tennessee also 2-4 in league play in the Conference USA. Ball on the strike, and the pitch. Swing and a foul tip just to the right edge of the left-handed batter's box, strike 2. Blue Raiders started their season in league play as they are overall 11-12, but went 2-3 at home against Western Kentucky, playing in Murfreesboro. Then won a midweek game last week against Tennessee Tech before going to Florida Atlantic, where they were swept by the Owls. 1-2 on Seidel. He leads off the bottom of the third. The pitch missing inside for a ball. Greg's Rudder really tried to frame that pitch lower inside corner, but indeed it missed. 2-2 on Seidel. No score in the bottom of the third. Next pitch is swung on and popped up and foul over everything first base side. Here at the home of the LA Angels AA affiliate, the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Two. Fastball is swung on and lifted high in the air into shallow right field. Heated toe. The right fielder under it makes two-handed catch for the first out. Leadoff batter set down for the Tide in the last 2 innings against Wirtz. No score in the bottom of the third. Matt Cassetti next to the plate for the Crimson Tide. Cassetti was 0 for 3 on Sunday as he started 2 of the 3 games against Kentucky. First pitch by Wirtz. Righty on righty, this stroked foul down the right side. Overall, Gassetti hitting a slow stretch at the plate. 1 for his last 12 in his last three games played, but then 1 for his last 17. Transfer from Florida. Next pitch is fouled away to the left edge of the Middle Tennessee dugout, down the third base side, and it's no balls, 2 strikes. Scoreless game in the bottom of the third. Alabama with 1 out and nobody on base. Trying to figure out the starter, Jalen Wirtz. Was out of the bullpen exclusively last year. Went 2-0, had a 3.86 ERA. That was as a freshman. Set of the belt. The 0-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout for Wirtz tonight, and Gassetti is retired. Two outs, nobody on base. Overshift to the right side for lefty batting Colby Shelton. Infield pop-up single. First time up, first pitch here, low and outside, a fastball missing, 4-1. So a lot of room down the third base line for Shelton. JT Mabry, the second baseman, stationed in shallow right field. One 0 pitch. Fastball bounces low. And the count of 2 balls and no strikes to Shelton. He's already played 2 SEC series for the Crimson Tide. Overall, 6 for his last 18. Really good work against Kentucky. Got off to such a good start this season. Still leads the way for the Crimson Tide with 11 homers. Fastball, strike call, lower outside corner, and it's 2-1. SEC play through 6 games. He's hitting .263. 1 homer, that was at Florida. 2-1. Fastball missed, lower outside corner. Count of 3 balls and a strike to Shelton. If he can get on base, Will Hodo waits on deck. Scoreless game in the bottom of the third. 3-1 from Wirtz. Missed low and inside, ball 4. Shelton working the 2-out walk. That'll keep the inning going for Alabama. Another lefty batter to the plate, and Will Hodo is Alabama's first 5 hitters to the plate, all bat from the left side. The final 4 batters in the batting order do not. All righty batters, starting with Ed Johnson. Right now it's Hodo from the left side. 4 homers this year for Alabama. Righty to lefty, first pitch. Low and inside of the shoestrings of Hodo for ball 1. Hodo 4 for his last 23 at the plate. Sophomore out of Waynesboro, Mississippi. Wirtz, 1-0 pitch. Swing and a fly ball going into right, but right to the right fielder, and Vitato squeezes it for the final out of the inning. 2-out walk to Shelton, but that's it for the Crimson Tide of the plate in the bottom of the third. Top of the fourth up next to distill a scoreless ball game in Madison between the Crimson Tide and the Blue Raiders. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. The fourth inning that is brought to you by Bojangles. Download the new Bojangles app and bring the flavor to your next baseball tailgate. with chicken, biscuits, and all the fixins, all by ordering ahead on the convenient Bojangles app. It is bow time, y'all. Top of the fourth inning will start with the top of the order due to the plate for Middle Tennessee, JT Mabry, followed by Brett Coker, as well as Jeremiah Boyd. All against Jacob McNary, who's been untouchable so far for the Crimson Tide. 3 innings of work, no walks, 6 strikeouts. 2 balls, or really 3 balls put in play. First pitch, swing and a miss by Mabry to strike 1. A ground out by Boyd in the first. Fly out to right field by Rudder in the second. Then in the third, a line out by Jennings into center field. Everything else swinging strikeouts. 0-1. Mabry takes a fastball for a strike, quickly down 0-2. JT Mabry, the son of former Major Leaguer John Mabry, who is getting ready for his first year with the Miami Marlins as an assistant hitting coach at the Major League level for manager Skip Schumacher. No balls, 2 strikes. And everybody was ready, and then the clock went to 0. I don't know what the difference was between McNary not being ready and looks like it was McNary. It looked like he was ready and waiting the whole time, but now a ball and 2 strikes. So the pitch on the way, and low and outside, 2-2. JT's dad played 14 years in the big leagues, 3 different stints with the Cardinals. Also time in the Mariners, Padres, Marlins. Pitch is swung on, a line drive past a leaping second baseman Johnson into center field for a base hit. Leadoff single to start the top of the 4th inning, and the Blue Raiders have their first base runner of the game. It's JT Mabry. Line drive screamer off the end of his bat. Johnson did everything he could, diving to his right when parallel to the ground, but could not glove it. Brett Coker to the plate. We're in the top of the 4th, no score, and the first pitch, McNary back there in the strike zone. 0-1. Coker, a senior from Hendersonville, Tennessee. Last year hit .282, a career high. Pitch low and off the plate. Count evens to a ball and a strike to Coker. He was the second strikeout victim of the ball game for McNary back in the 1st inning. McNary racking up the strikeouts already. Now the 1-1. Just a little low with a fastball. 2-1. His career high in strikeouts, McNary, is 7. That has happened 5 times throughout his career. Last year in May against Arkansas was the last time he did it. Runner goes. Here's a swing and a bouncing ball. Hit to where Johnson would have been had he not been covering second. Hit and run to perfection for MTSU as that advances Mabry to third on the seeing eye single by Coker. Reminiscent of what Alabama saw against Kentucky over the weekend. Hit and run, pulling someone out of position. Ball hit to where Johnson would have been had he not been covering second. Hit and run to perfection for MTSU as that advances Mabry to go to third. So men on the corners, nobody out. McNary had been cruising with 3 perfect innings to begin this game. Now men on the corners, top of the 4th, no score. First pitch. Here's a swing and a bouncing ball foul. Down the third base side for strike 1. Up Jeremiah Boyd, ground out to third, his first time to the plate. Mabry at second, Coker at first, still nobody out. Boyd, a .357 average, 4 homers, 18 runs batted in. Next pitch, low and outside. Good lean off first base by Coker, but ultimately the menacing stare from Gassetti keeps him at first base. McNary from the stretch, a spin and a throw to first, back in safely as Coker. Who will steal 9 stolen bags on the year. Mabry, the runner in front of him at third base, has 3. Overall, Middle Tennessee will run 31 stolen bags this year. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a slider low. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. McNary gets in front. Blue Raiders have stolen 31 bases. Alabama's stolen 19. Scoreless game in the top of the 4th inning. McNary set of the stretch and the pitch. Breaking ball low, smothered in the dirt by Gassetti with a slight lunge to the right. Well, the field completely covered in shade. The green batter's eye still has some faint sunlight on it. 2-2, a throw to first, runner back in time. Faint sunlight as well on some of the apartment complexes out beyond. Left field. This area really being built up. Retail, shopping, and restaurants beyond right. Here's a swing and a fly ball going in the air deep to center. Pinckney moving back. He's to the track. He's to the wall, and this one's gone. A 3-run homer by Jeremiah Boyd has given Middle Tennessee a 3-0 lead in the top of the fourth. His 5th homer of the year. Making it MTSU 3 and Alabama nothing. Still nobody out in the top of the 4th inning. And restaurants beyond right. Here's a swing and a fly ball going in the air deep to center. Pinckney moving back. He's to the track. He's to the wall, and this one's gone. Fly out to right his first time. A 3-run homer by Jeremiah Boyd has righty on righty first pitch. Fastball, a little low and a little outside for ball 1. Next pitch, swung on and stroked high in the air going into left center. This is well back as Pinckney moves all the way to the wall, and right up against the wall, he'll reach out and make the catch. Andrew Pinckney with excellent work for the Crimson Tide. Going to give that one as it seemed destined once again to leave the yard, but Pinckney with the grab to get McNary his first out top of the 4th.
And hopeful, Roger, that'll get McNary to take a deep breath and settle down just a bit.
First pitch is low, and that's ball 1. Yeah, everything had been going so well. 6 strikeouts of the 9 batters he faced. Through the first 3 innings, 1-0. Swing and a bounding ball deep in the hole to short. Jarvis clubs it backhand, airborne, throws to first. Close play, couldn't get him. Galloway able to beat it out, but unreal range and arm strength shown off by the Crimson Tide shortstop, Jim Jarvis. That'll be a single for Galloway.
Phenomenal effort just to make that interesting, because it looked like a certain base hit into left, and Jarvis able to cut it off. He knew he had to make the leap and the throw in one motion. Despite a pretty strong effort, just not enough to be able to get Galloway, who ran pretty well.
DJ Wright, first pitch is low and outside for ball 1. He was a strikeout victim his first time up thanks to a good changeup. Throw to first, diving back in the bag safely. It's Galloway, 2 stolen bases for him this season, but he's been caught stealing 4 times this year. 4 hits in the inning, the biggest blow, a 3-run homer by Jeremiah Boyd, making a 3-zip in this top of the 4th. Runner going. Pitch is swung on, a base hit rolling into left field. Big turn at second by Galloway, and staying at first with a single is DJ Wright. So the Blue Raiders picking up hits they weren't getting in the first 3 innings. Now 5 of them coming in this top of the 4th, and there's still only 1 out. Jason Jackson is going to come out, pitching coach for Alabama. He's going to have a conversation with McNary as well as all the Crimson Tide infielders. Trying to get back on track. I do want to remind you to visit the Bryant Museum. Your next trip to Tuscaloosa. It's located on the Alabama campus just across from Sewell Thomas Stadium. Open every day, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. except Mondays. Access online at bryantmuseum.com.
Roger, can you see the bullpen area?
I cannot.
I think I see it down
See
the
it,
left
but don't
field
see anybody
line.
warming up just yet. So the Crimson Tide in
Okay.
left center and the
Yeah.
Blue Raiders down the left field line.
Gotcha. Yeah, they're both, that's a little bit uncommon. Both are in left field. Normally you'd have one in left, one in right, but both are in left field. They are divided by, I don't know, 50-foot section. Juts out towards the field and between the two.
2 on, only 1 gone. Here is Gabe Jennings to the plate. Third baseman, a line out to center, his first time to the plate. Righty on righty, first pitch. In there for a strike. A good fastball from McNeary. Last pitch, the 60th thrown by McNeary, and again, most of them have been in this inning. So he'll pick up 6 strikeouts to the first 9 batters he faced, and the 0-1. Slider for a strike, lower inside corner. 0-2 on Jennings. Love to get a strikeout or a ground ball that can start a double play and bring a quick end to this inning. The 0-2. Here's a swing and a fly ball into left, into shallow left. It'll drop in for a base hit. Wave immediately given to Galloway. Here the throw from left fielder William Hammiter is cut off as Galloway slides in safe, and Gabe Jennings adds an RBI single in this top of the 4th inning to make it the Blue Raiders 4 and the Crimson Tide nothing.
Hammiter almost reacted as if he didn't expect the runner to go home on that play, and then by the time he realized and got himself into a throwing motion, there was no chance of getting him at home.
2 on, still just 1 out. First pitch on the way. Lefty batting, Vitato takes a strike. He struck out swinging first time up, but he is the 8th batter to the plate. Already seen 4 runs on 6 hits this inning. A look at second and the pitch. Here's a swing and a bouncing ball right back to the mound. McNeary has it, spins and throws a second for 1. Jarvis on to first, 2, a double play, and the 1-6-3 twin killing brings an abrupt end to this very long top of the 4th inning. It's 4 runs on 6 hits score for Middle Tennessee. And as we move to the bottom of the 4th, in Madison's, the Blue Raiders 4 and the Crimson Tide nothing. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. To do for the Crimson Tide, trailing the Blue Raiders by a 4-0 score. Alabama baseball brought to you by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. With zero sugar and refreshingly delicious, is Coca-Cola Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself. We're going to find out how the Crimson Tide can play from behind in a midweek ball game. Again, Alabama's been perfect in midweek contests so far this year. All 6 losses have come in the last 3 weekends. Series losses to Columbia, Florida, and Kentucky. Drew Williamson will lead it off for Alabama, followed by Jim Jarvis and William Hammiter, 3, 4, and 5 in Brad Bohannon's batting order due to the plate. Still facing Jalen Wirtz, who 3 innings has allowed 3 hits but no runs, a walk and 2 strikeouts. First up, Britain, Alabama's own Drew Williamson. Tide trailing 4-0. First pitch, shows bunt, pulls it back as that dips low for ball 1. Williamson on Sunday had a sacrifice bunt. He was 0 for his last 8 at the plate against Kentucky. Now the pitch. Fastball, strike call, lower outside corner. 1-1 on Alabama's 5th-year first baseman. Once again, a bit of a shift onto the right side of the infield against Williamson. The pitch. Swing and a slow bouncing ball up the first base line on the grass. This will be picked up by the first baseman right at the first base bag. Steps on it for the out.
Thought for a split second he was going to try to do the all-in-one motion. Step on the bag as he picked up the baseball, but Had to do a slight two-step, got it done.
One gone for Jim Jarvis. 4-0 Middle Tennessee leading Alabama in the bottom of the fourth in Madison, Alabama. First pitch on the way. Lefty batter swings, a line drive into right field for a base hit. Jarvis hustling past first. He'll slam on the brakes and be held to a one-out single, but once again, solid hitting by Jim Jarvis as he collects his first hit tonight.
Roger, that's the second time he has smoked a baseball, but he got robbed of a base hit the first go-round on a great play by Mabry, the second baseman. That time, though, kept it airborne, and now William Hamiter will come to the plate.
Alabama trailing by a 4-0 score in the bottom of the fourth. Wirtz against Hamiter, righty to lefty, first pitch. Low, Jarvis nearly halfway to second base before he crept back to first. That ball in the dirt, ball one. Hamiter ground out to the pitcher Wirtz, his first time to the plate. Back in the second inning, he's 0 for 1. One-0 pitch. High and outside for a ball. Hamiter took over relatively early in the fourth inning of Saturday's game for Tommy Seidel in left field. First game where Alabama played without Caden Rose. He's been dealing with a hamstring injury listed as day-to-day. Throw to first, and the runner back in time, and really hopeful to get him back soon. Would have loved to have seen him back for tonight's ball game, considering he's from here in Madison. It's Bob Jones High School. 2-0 the count. And a throw to first, runner back in time. But Alabama certainly needs Caden Rose for what's coming up the next few weeks and needs him playing at 100%. 2-0 on Hamiter, the pitch. He swings and lofts one high and deep to straightaway center field. This is well back and off the wall for a base hit. Jarvis hustling to third base. He'll get the wave from Bohannon around third. The throw will go to the shortstop. Jarvis scores standing up, and William Hamiter delivers an RBI triple to get the Crimson Tide on the scoreboard. It's now Middle Tennessee 4 and Alabama 1 in the bottom of the fourth.
Williams not slow. He's not the fastest guy on the roster, though, but that's great base running. He did not trot out of that first base side batter's box. Smoked it, saw it take the carom off the wall. It never slowed down, and that's why he was able to arrive at third without drawing a throw.
He's 90 feet away from home with only one gone. Alabama trailing 4-1 against Middle Tennessee. Next up, Ed Johnson, a single his last time to play. First pitch. Slider hit on the ground, past the diving third baseman Jennings and into left field for a base hit. Hamiter scores. Ed Johnson with an RBI single. And in the bottom of the fourth, Alabama's got 2 runs. It's now Middle Tennessee 4 and Alabama 2.
Roger, you know me. I'm extremely greedy, and I would love to see us get them all back and then some. But regardless of how this transpires, it is nice to see Bama get a couple on the board, cut that deficit in half.
Andrew Pinckney with a chance to do more damage, and this may be the time to get to Jackson Wirtz. Bullpen activity starting for the Blue Raiders. Second time through the order, some good things happening. Righty on righty. First pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt, smothered by the catcher Rudder as he lost his catcher's helmet. That's low for ball one. Two right-handers getting loose for Middle Tennessee. From the stretch, Wirtz, a deep breath. And the pitch. Inside fastball missing. Jack Julian along with Patrick Johnson. Two righties getting loose in the bullpen for Wirtz, who's only making his second start of the year. He was exclusively out of the Blue Raider bullpen a year ago. Crimson Tide with 2 runs already in this bottom of the fourth, now trailing by a 4-2 score. Pitch, fastball, hit foul. On the ground, third base side. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Back at Toyota Field, bottom of the fourth inning, Alabama has scored 2 runs in this inning after we just saw the Blue Raiders pick up 4 runs in the top of the fourth. First 3 innings were scoreless between these teams. Righty on righty, here's the 2-1 to Pinckney. Swing, and another one cracked foul down the third base line. 2-2 on the Crimson Tide center fielder.
Not exactly getting fooled by the right-hander so far in this frame. Not even Pinckney, who's just been out in front of the last two.
Johnson at first with 1 out. Wirtz laboring in the bottom of the fourth. 2-2. Fastball hit on the ground into left field for a base hit. Hits keep on coming for Alabama. Johnson moves to second on the single by Pinckney.
I'd say Andrew get the base hit right there, not just for right now, but 341 and get him cooking again. Need this guy swinging the bat on a consistent basis for Alabama for this team to be what we know they're capable of.
4 hits already in the inning, and now an assistant coach coming out for Middle Tennessee, or a coach of some kind. Hard to tell with the pullovers over the numbers.
I'll tell you why I think that is their head man, because he looks a lot like that guy that used to walk out at South Carolina all the time, and that's who their head coach is now. So I think it is indeed Jerry Myers.
And he's got the authority to make a call to the bullpen, and that's exactly what's happening for the Blue Raiders. Call to the bullpen presented by Auto Owners Insurance. Now you can make the call to Auto Owners Insurance. Go to rolltide.com/auto owners to partner with an independent Alabama agent who can provide local, personalized insurance expertise today. A new pitcher coming in as you listen to Alabama baseball from Learfield.
Right-hander in the ball game for the Blue Raiders of MTSU, 6'2", 185. He's a freshman from the Baylor School in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Johnson, the righty, is 1-1 on the year with 1 save and an ERA at just 2.79. He's had a good rookie campaign, limited just 9 2/3 innings so far, allowing 9 hits, 8 runs, only 3 of them earned though. 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. He has given up a couple of doubles and a homer, and hitters are batting .257 off the freshman right-hander Patrick Johnson.
Well, trying to stop a streak of 4 hits in a row for Alabama. Alabama grabbing 2 runs in that time thanks to RBI triples by William Hamiter, followed by an RBI single by Ed Johnson. Crimson Tide will have Johnson at second, plus Andrew Pinckney at first base. LED lights finally taking effect on the playing field as we play under twilight skies here in North Alabama. Tommy Seidel ready to step in to the right-handed batter's box. Bottom of the 4th inning, Crimson Tide have made it a 4-2 ball game. Still just 1 gone. And again, Johnson at second, Pinckney at first for the Crimson Tide. Now Johnson ready to go. Will be working from the stretch with 2 on, and now time called. Just so 1 more reliever can jog out to the bullpen and get safely in the pen in left field. Now maybe we're ready. Righty on righty, Johnson gets the sign. Set just at the chest, he pitches. And a slider misses low and off plate for ball 1. Slide along. Fly out into right field his first time at the plate. Chance to cash in with 2 men on base. 286 hitter with runners in scoring position this season. 1-0 to Seidel. Fastball just misses. And it's 2 balls and no strikes.
We zipped through the first 3. And it has slowed a tad.
Baseball does that a lot.
It will catch up.
Heading the count. Here's the 2-0. Fastball, strike call, or outside corner. 2-1. Johnson gets ready. And the pitch. Slider low and away for a ball. 3-1 to Tommy Seidel. Johnson really takes his time. In between pitches, the 20-second clock is counting down at all times. It's gotten down to about 2 or 3 seconds his last 2 pitches. Most pitchers are doing it well before 5 at this point in college baseball. Clock down to 2-1. He releases, and a fastball is lined high and deep in the air into right center, and this will go up against the wall for a base hit. Johnson, a late break, he will get the wave around third base, and he will score as Tommy Seidel picks up an RBI double to make it Middle Tennessee 4 and Alabama 3 in the bottom of the 4th.
Ordinarily, Andrew Pinckney would have scored easily on that play from first base, but the angle.
He releases, and a fastball is lined high and deep in the air into right
fielder
center,
took.
and this will go up against the wall
Led
for a
you
base
believe he
hit.
was about to
Johnson,
make grab or
a
at
late
least
break,
get
he will
leather
get the
on it.
wave
And
around
he
third
got
base, and he
corkscrewed
will
into the
score as
ground.
Tommy Seidel picks up an
That got
RBI
over his
double
head, and
to make
that's
it
when
Middle
the
Tennessee
merry-go-round
4
began,
and
but
Alabama.
Bama now a spot where a base hit may be able to give you the lead.
2 in scoring position, still just 1 gone, now trailing 4-3 after the Raiders scored 4 runs in the top of the 4th. Alabama's answer at 3. First pitch, check swing as that went low and outside, and no swing offered by Gassetti, according to first base umpire Dustin Ragsdale. Gassetti struck out swinging his first time to the plate, waving a yellow bat just behind his right ear. Johnson getting set. And the 1-0. Fastball is swung on and launched high in the air into right center field. Vitato is over. He'll give way to the center fielder who makes the grab, Snyder. Pinckney tags from third. The throw will go to third base. Pinckney scores. It's a sacrifice fly by Matt Gassetti that has tied this game at 4 in the bottom of the 4th.
Really nice to see Gassetti doing his job. Got that up in the jet stream and Wynn carrying it out plenty
And the
towards
1-0.
right. In order to
Fastball
get
is
that
swung
runner
on
home.
and launched
Third, now you
high
got
in
a
the
man
air into
down
right center
at
field.
third base,
Vitato
90 feet
is
away,
over.
that
He'll give way to the
represents
center
go-ahead
fielder
run.
who makes the grab, Snyder. Pinckney tags from
Alabama
third.
did
The
not
throw will go
stay
to third
behind for
base.
very
Pinckney
long.
scores. It's a sacrifice fly by
Answered by
Matt
4 in the bottom,
Gassetti.
and
That's
there's
now
now
just 2 gone and a runner at third. Runner is Seidel. It's Shelton at the plate. Lefty batter takes an inside strike. Shelton with a single and a walk. He's been on base twice today at the top of the Alabama order. Lefty hitter is the 8th man to the plate this inning. Already 4 runs and 5 hits have scored this frame. No balls and a strike. And the pitch. Swing and a bouncing ball going into the teeth of the shift to Mabry in shallow right field. Second baseman throws to first for the out, and that'll close out the inning with the damage done by Alabama. 4 runs on 5 hits in the bottom of the 4th, and it's a brand new game as we roll to the 5th with Middle Tennessee and Alabama tied at 4. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
All right, down here on the first base side, I've got Everett and Hudson here. All right, Everett, you're going to be running to the Halo Blue Rocket City Trash Pandas uniform. Hudson, you're going to be running to the alternate pinstripe Trash Pandas uniform. All our boys have to do is run up here, put on the pants, put it all the way on, throw on that Trash Pandas jersey, throw on the batting helmet, and then be the first one through the finish line. Boys, no pressure. There's just like 7,000 people watching you do this, okay? So are you ready? Alabama fans, are you ready? Let's get going in 3, 2, 1, go! And they're off. They got to throw on the Trash Pandas pants right here. Oh, there we go. All right, Everett's already got on the pants. Oh, Hudson. Oh, this is what we talked about beforehand. Your shoe got caught. Don't worry. Oh, no, it looks like he's going to run away with it. Give it up for Everett. Come on, Hudson. Let's finish strong. Don't quit. Don't quit now. Let's get it up for Hudson right here. Come on. We got to get those pants on. You just run like that. Run like that. Throw the jersey on them. That's good. I'm going to get you the helmet. Come on. We're going to pick them. We're going to put that helmet on you. Hey, bring the finish line closer. Bring it closer. Bring it over here. There we go. There you go. We got the pants on. And hey, everyone, give it up for the 2 contestants for today's dress and dash.
At residence in Tuscaloosa, not just a room, it is residence. Alabama making a call to the bullpen presented by Auto Owners Insurance as Zane Probst will take over on the hill for the Crimson Tide. And it's good to see Probst once again for Alabama take the baseball in this spot. Looking at what he's done this year, 1 win, no losses. In 7 2/3 innings, he has picked up 12 strikeouts compared to only 4 walks. So it's Probst pitching for the Crimson Tide. Now back to the call, Chris Stewart.
Roger, thank you so very much. The Tide and the Blue Raiders really getting absolutely nothing done through the first 3 frames offensively, and then things woke up considerably. Both starters chased in the 4th inning. McNary for the Tide and Wirtz for the Blue Raiders. And a chance for Tide to go with Zane Probst. He will face the right-handed hitting Eston Snyder, center fielder for the Blue Raiders, who takes ball 1 high and tight. He was a strikeout victim his first time up. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for MTSU. 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Tide as that one swung on and fouled back. Count evens up at 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Breaking ball clips the outside corner for strike 2. We're at Toyota Field in Madison, Alabama. It's the home of the Southern League's Rocket City Trash Pandas. Open up their season in a week. Swing and a miss, and there's strike 3. And Probst records a strikeout of the first man that he faces. In the 5th, that'll bring the top of the order back around, and JT Mabry for MTSU. Glad you're listening to us on the Crimson Tide Sports Network and also watching on the Trash Pandas YouTube channel. Got an audience there that will be soon to find why you and I are on radio, Roger. Swing and a foul ball back by Mabry, and the count evens at 1-1. They got our names up on the screen a second ago. They're working out the bugs as well, or maybe they just saw us in the preview and said, let's just go with the names.
Not do that.
There's a reason they're primarily on radio. Another strike called, and it goes to 1-2. We actually do get a lot of TV time. The problem is nobody pays any attention to me because I stand next to Coach Saban and Coach Oates, and they don't care that I'm there. Swing and a miss for strike 3 as Mabry is retired. And back-to-back strikeouts recorded by Probst. 2, 4, 6. Wow, 8 collective by the Bama pitching staff. And this one counting what the 6 of McNary earlier. So 2 out. Brett Coker stands in, and that pitch came inside and clipped him on the left arm. So Probst hits the first, or not the first batter, but hits Coker on the first pitch that he delivers in the at-bat. And it puts a man aboard with 2 gone, and Jeremiah Boyd comes to the plate. First pitch to Boyd. This is the mark, and it's 1-0. Boyd had a home run earlier. It was in his last at bat in the 4th. Runner goes, pitch swung on and fouled out of play. Count evens at a ball and a strike. A man at first, 2 gone. 1 ball, 1 strike to Boyd. The right-handed hitting DH, and Zane Probst throws over to first, keeping Coker close to the bag. 4-4 ball game. We're in the top half of the 5th. There's the pitch that's lifted down the right field line. Foul territory. Seidel's going to give it a look, but this one will get into that grassy berm area down the right field line beyond the seats and the patio area that's there. They got some really cool suites in this ballpark, not only on the upper deck, the second deck, but level 1 as well basically has suites along the concourse. They're open air, but they're really nice. Little grounder to the left side of the infield. Jarvis from short field, so he'll make the play to first in time for out number 3. That'll do it for the Blue Raiders in the top half of the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left. We're halfway home in this one, and it's a 4-4 ball game. Alabama and MTSU on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. But we got a few things happening in the stands here at the home of the Trash Pandas. I hope those are t-shirts and not Trash Pandas that they are flinging into the crowd here. A sellout crowd, 7,500 is what we were told they were expecting for this. They pre-sold 5,000 seats, and with a beautiful night, albeit a tad chilly. Still got people filing in, cars working their way in as we've reached the bottom of the 5th now. And you got a lot of people still in line at the concessions. Hopefully it's round 2 for everybody. Alabama would like to go round 2 as far as the bats are concerned. We will wave. They've decided to look in on us, and again, prove why we're on radio.
Absolutely. Hello, Trash Panda fans.
That's it. It's the Trash Panda YouTube channel, where they found 2 original dumpster divers. That's the name of their concession stand, which is fantastic.
That's pretty good.
Here is Will Hodo as I rapidly move right along. I had to say that in my head 3 times before I was going to let it come out of my mouth to make sure I was correct in how I was saying it. Hodo 0 for 2. Takes that pitch for a strike, and the count evens at 1-1.
It's good to work together again.
Oh, man, yeah. And by good, you mean frightening. 1 ball, 1 strike to Hodo. The pitch line toward left. That one smoked. It's sinking, but it's going to be run down by Galloway on a nice play for out number 1. Our boss, Jim Carabin, listening in, I'm sure is going, wait a minute. Stewart had to actually think about it and then didn't say it. Yikes. Here's Drew Williamson. Shift is on to the right side. Left-handed batter hits a slow roller. This one could be trouble. Pitcher's covering, though, does a good job. And Johnson gets there to take the flip from the first baseman right in plenty of time for out number 2. If Johnson doesn't break immediately for first base, that could have been tricky, but fielded or did a good job getting off the mound in a hurry, and an easy play for right first baseman. As Jarvis will bat now with 2 gone. He started the 1-out rally in the 4th for Alabama that led to 4 runs crossing, tying the score up. All of our run production, all 8 total runs, 4 from each side, have come in the 4th inning. One ball, no strikes. The left-handed hitting shortstop for the Crimson Tide. Make it 2-0 now to Jarvis, who's hit the baseball sharply twice, only been rewarded once. Season average at 299 at the moment. Waiting on a 2-0 pitch from Johnson. Here it comes. Little roller back up the middle. That is going to get through for a base hit. Jarvis, if baseball were not baseball, would be 3 for 3 in this game. Instead, 2 for 3.
I enjoyed your
he'll get over 300 now.
I enjoyed your conversation with him about the finer points of water polo during batting practice.
Exactly right. Keep the horse's head up so it doesn't drown. That's how you get to the final frame, or whatever they call it. He is, as we discussed, the greatest water polo player in the history of Alabama baseball. One of his 3 sports that he participated in high school. San Diego, his hometown. He did not go to Bibb County. Well, they dropped water polo at Bibb County is the reason.
Budget cuts, yeah.
Well, horses kept drowning. PETA got involved. It was nasty. There's a shot toward left center field. Hamiter smoked that one. That will be caught, though, at the wall, and a great play on the part of Snyder to retire the side. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 man left. And 2 water polo jokes as we head to the 6th inning. 4-4 our score. Alabama and Middle Tennessee on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
I'm here at the Wayne's Picnic Patio with my contestant Hudson and his teammates behind me. We are going to see 3 boxes on the video board, Hudson. One's going to have French fries in them. You're going to tell us if the French fries are in box 1, 2, or 3 when they're done shuffling around. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's go to the video board. We're helping Hudson out. All right, we're watching number 3. All right, what do we think, boys? 1, 2, or 3? 2. They're pretty confident it's number 2. Let's see if they're winners. And Hudson, you're going home a winner. Give it up for Hudson and his team, the Knights out here. All right, 1, 2, 3. Knights! Back to you.
Deep breath by Probst. He gets set and the pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. And the count at 3 balls and a strike. But Probst came in after Kentucky had done most of its damage at the plate, picking up the win in Game 2 of the series. Now 3-1. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Strike 2. 1 pitch ahead. 3-2 the counts. 6th inning brought to you by Beatbox, now an official sponsor of the Crimson Tide. Each Beatbox bursting with delicious flavors, gluten-free, low sugar, and resealable. Now the 3-2. Check swing, that ball low, and that is ball 4. So once again, a 2-out base runner against Probst without getting a base hit. A hit batter in the 5th. Now a 2-out walk to right here in the 6th inning. 4-4 the score. Scoreless innings to this point, except for the 4th inning. 4 runs for the Blue Raiders, 4 for the Crimson Tide to not the score. Back even. Now it's Gabe Jennings. He had an RBI single that was the cherry on top of that 4th run inning. Big blow is the 3-run homer by Jeremiah Boyd. First pitch, runner going. Here's a swing and a miss for a strike. Throw goes to second. Tag applied and an out. Macassetti right to Ed Johnson. It's DJ Wright caught stealing, and the inning is over. We'll see the Crimson Tide to the plate coming up in the bottom of the 6th inning in a 4-4 game against Middle Tennessee. Going. Here's a swing and a miss for a strike. Throw goes to second. Tag applied and an out. Macassetti right to Ed Johnson. Personalized insurance expertise today. Jack Julian is the 3rd pitcher used tonight by Middle Tennessee. He stands at 6'4", 225 pounds, a sophomore out of Hickson, Tennessee. Going through all of his warm-up tosses now for the Blue Raiders, trying to keep this game right where it is at Alabama and MTSU, tied at 4. Julian on the season has only worked 1 inning in his 2 relief outings, and he's allowed 7 runs in that time, so an inflated ERA of 63 as he takes over, and he's given up 7 runs, all earned on 4 hits, 4 walks, and 1 strikeout during his 2 relief outings, and again, 1 full inning of work combined between those 2 outings. Still be facing the Crimson Tide with Ed Johnson, Andrew Pinckney, followed by Tommy Seidel, all due to the plate in the bottom of the 6th inning. Rich navy blue skies above as we play here in Madison, Alabama. Alabama trying to win its 6th straight against Middle Tennessee. The Crimson Tide and the Blue Raiders meeting for the 30th time ever. First time at a neutral site. First pitch on the way. Johnson takes fastball low and in for ball 1. Alabama leads the all-time series 20-9, and again, 5 straight victories for Alabama. The last one came just before the pandemic ended the season back in 2020. 1-0 win for Alabama. Here's a called strike at the inner half of the plate. It was actually a 12-6 victory for the Crimson Tide back on February 26th, 2020. Ball and a strike on Johnson, and the pitch. Called strike, lower inside corner. First time for the Crimson Tide to play baseball in the Huntsville area since the 2015 season. The Tide met Mercer at Joe Davis Municipal Stadium that year on May 12th. Here's a swing and a slow bouncing ball to the shortstop. Charging into field at Coker, he zings the ball to first for the out. Johnson grounds out to short to begin this bottom of the 6th inning. 4 game in the bottom of the 6th inning. There's Andrew Pinckney. 2 hits for him today. First pitch swinging. High, deep drive to straightaway center field. This one's well back and off the batter's eye for a home run. Andrew Pinckney gives the Crimson Tide the lead in the bottom of the 6th inning with a solo homer to make it Alabama 5 and Middle Tennessee 4. Listen to the Tide fans in North Alabama. Everybody in crimson on their feet as Andrew Pinckney returns to the Alabama dugout. His solo home run, giving the Crimson Tide the 1-run edge. 3rd homer this year for Pinckney. Just off the left edge of the green batter's eye. First pitch missing inside for a ball. I was just getting ready to say about Pinckney's hitting. He's had the infield single, a single to left, now a homer to center. Pitch bends in for a strike. And at the hands to Tommy Seidel, nothing in, 1. 5-4 Crimson Tide, bottom of the 6th inning. 1 out now, nobody on base. Pitch on the way. Swing and a hard grounder past the diving third baseman Jennings into left for a base hit. Tommy Seidel is aboard with his 2nd hit. He had an RBI double his last time up. Now he collects a base hit to left field. Crimson Tide leading 5-4 in the bottom of the 6th. You know, convenience is the name of the game at Holiday Inn Express and Suites Tuscaloosa University. It's located within 2 miles of all Alabama attractions. Holiday Inn Tuscaloosa University, the perfect place for your next stay to Tuscaloosa. 5-4 Crimson Tide. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch to Gassetti. Takes a strike. Fastball lower inside corner from Julian, the right-hander. He's gotten into trouble already, allowing the homer to Pinckney and the single to Seidel. Now the 0-1. Breaking ball is hammered high and deep but foul and way out of play down the left side. Strike 2 to Matt Gassetti. A sacrifice fly his last time to the plate. Made it a 4-4 score in the bottom of the 4th. Right now it's Crimson Tide 5, Blue Raiders 4, bottom of the 6th. Julian deals. Breaking ball is tapped on the grass in between pitcher's mound and first. To throw to first for the out. Seidel running on the play. He goes to third. The throw there and the tag applied, and Seidel is out. That's a double play. Tough way for this bottom of the 6th inning to come to a close as Alabama's Gassetti hits into the twin killing. The final out of the inning at third base. That's Tommy Seidel and Brad Bohannon talk for a moment, then jog back to the Crimson Tide dugout. Home run, though, by Andrew Pinckney. The good news from this bottom of the 6th inning as we move to the 7th. That's given Alabama a 5-4 lead over Middle Tennessee. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. Dallas, Georgia, transferred from UAB. So he's working now on the hill for the Crimson Tide. Solid relief work by Zane Probst. 2 scoreless innings by him to keep this game where it was at 4-4 until the bottom of the 6th inning. Andrew Pinckney's solo homer off the batter's eye in center field here at Toyota Field, giving Bama the 1-run advantage. Bottom third of the order due up here. Mosel will work against Gabe Jennings, Jarrett Vidito, and then Eston Snyder. Moser, the right-hander, from the full windup, rocks back, and the first pitch. Missing low on a fastball for ball 1. Moser made his Alabama debut against his former team, UAB, last Tuesday. That was in Tuscaloosa. Next pitch on the way. Fastball, strike call over outside corner. Moses spent the beginning of the year recovering from a minor procedure that limited his playing time, but getting up to speed in late March could be a big part of the bullpen moving forward. Here's the 1-1. Slider bends high and tight for a ball. Moses was a freshman at UAB last year. Next pitch on the way. Fastball low. 3 balls and a strike. He appeared in 23 games with 2 starts for the Blazers. He finished 2-2, had 30 strikeouts across his 34 2/3 innings. Now the 3-1. Fastball low, ball 4, and a leadoff walk starts the Blue Raider top of the 7th. That'll send Jarrett Vidito to the plate. Cool night in Madison, Alabama. The Crimson Tide on the road all week. Staying within the Yellowhammer State border today against Middle Tennessee. But this weekend, going to Fayetteville. First pitch, fastball swinging, a bouncer, back to Mose on the mound. He's got it, throws low to second for 1 out. Jarvis dug it out well, he throws low to first, but Williamson dug that out well. It's a 1-6-3 double play, 2 gone, top of the 7th. Solid work by the Crimson Tide, turning 2. Now nobody on base, 2 away, and Eston Snyder to the plate. It was a low throw to second. Really well done by Jarvis. Digging it and then throwing quickly to first. First pitch fastball, rides in for strike 1 to Eston Snyder. Excuse me, Vincent. Pinch hitter has come up, and the pitch is low. And off the plate for a ball. So Luke Vincent to the plate for Middle Tennessee. The spot of Snyder and the pitch. He swings and launches one high to straightaway center field. Playable though for Pinckney to his left and on the move. He makes a catch for the out that closes out the inning. 7th inning stretch time here in Madison. It's a score of Alabama 5 and Middle Tennessee 4. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. All strike call lower outside corner. Sheldon with a single on an infield pop-up back in the first. Reached on a walk in the third. Then a ground out second last time up. Pitch, fastball, swing and a miss. And that makes it 2-2. Hodo then Williamson also due up to the plate in this bottom of the seventh. Alabama up by a 5-4 score. Now the 2-2. Swing and a line drive. It will go into the shift once again. Mabry stationed in shallow right field at the perfect spot. Baseball came right to him, and that's the second time that Sheldon's had a ground out to second right into that shift. One gone, bottom of the seventh. Crimson Tide leading 5-4. No one on base and one away for Will Hodo. Right to lefty first pitch. Low and outside, ball one. Hodo hitless in his 3 at-bats so far tonight. Ground out to short, fly out to right, fly out to left. And the 1-0. Fastball high and outside. Should get a good pitch to hit coming up here. 2-0. Great power in the left-handed batter's box for Will Hodo. Muscling out 4 homers already this year. Now the pitch. Here's a swing and a hard bouncing ball, skipping into center field for a base hit. Hodo is aboard with a 1-out single for the Crimson Tide. Five to 4, Alabama leads Middle Tennessee, bottom of the seventh at Toyota Field. Drew Williamson looking for his first hit tonight. Slight overshift to the right side against Williamson. First pitch, he shows bunt and lays it down right in front of home plate on the dirt. Catcher fields it and runner fires to first for the out, but a good sacrifice bunt for Williamson, route number 2 in the inning, putting Hodo at second base. That brings him red hot Jim Jarvis. Hard ground out that, if not for a great play by JT Mabry, would have been a hit back in the second inning, and then singles to right and to center field his last 2 trips to the plate. Lefty batter against Jack Julian, the right-hander. A look at second at Hodo. Now the pitch. Taken for an inside strike. Batting average for Jarvis back up to over 300 at 307 with the good work he's done today. 5-4, Crimson Tide leading by a run in the seventh. Now the pitch. Low and outside. 1-1. Hodo into his leadoff second base. The 1-1. Caught some part of the plate, low and outside, and it's 1-2.
You know, a little unorthodox to go with a sac bunt with 1 out, but the way Jarvis has been swinging the bat, you get a man in scoring position with 2 out for him and take your chances.
Down to his last strike, chokes up slightly on the bat. Pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Good fastball by Julian, and that will close out the inning. Hodo left stranded at second. We go to the 8th here in the Huntsville area. It is Alabama up by a run on Middle Tennessee, 5-4. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. 5-4 lead, and it's time once again for a call to the bullpen presented by Auto Owners Insurance, and it will be Riley Quick taking over. He stands at a tall 6'6", 260 pounds, the freshman from Trussville, went to Hewitt Trussville, and so far in his time wearing the crimson and whites, we've seen Riley Quick 7 times out of the bullpen. No wins, 1 loss, a 3.72 ERA. Working 9 2/3 innings, he does have 1 save, but also in those 9 2/3 innings, 14 strikeouts compared to only 8 walks. He's on for the top of the 8th inning. Here to take it the rest of the way, Chris Stewart.
Roger, thank you so very much. The Crimson Tide trying to get this one done. 5-4. And set to face the top of the order in Mabry, Coker, and Boyd. Mabry, a couple of strikeouts, sandwiched around a base hit. That was in the 4th inning. He swings at the first pitch and misses. And the count is at 0-1. Mabry hitting .514 when he leads off an inning. Foul tips that second pitch, and the count goes to 0-2. 5 runs, a dozen hits for the Tide. 4 runs, 6 hits for MTSU. Quick, the right-hander, working from the wind. Deals. Pitch in on the hand, swung on and missed. He got him on 3 straight. That's a heck of a job on the part of Quick to get Mabry on 3 straight. 9 strikeouts by Bama pitchers so far tonight. Here's the shortstop, Brett Coker, who shows bunt, takes the pitch low, and it's 1-0. Coker hits a ground ball up the middle. Behind the bag, Jarvis fields. Throws on the run in time for out number 2. Wasn't easy, but he sure made it look that way. Jarvis, a great effort, getting behind the bag on a slow bounding ball and able to deliver the throw in time to get the out.
He really had to run a long distance. He was pinched a little closer to third base, but Jarvis, his internal clock of when to throw, how hard to throw, is better than anybody really in the SEC.
Here comes Jeremiah Boyd to the plate. He had a 3-run homer back in the 4th inning. That started the scoring for MTSU. Home run sandwiched in between a couple infield ground outs. 1 ball, no strikes, the count to the right-handed batter. Now 2-0 as the fastball misses low and away. Fastball, a little slow roller in front of the mound, third base side. Quick hops on it, throws to first in time. The big fella, true to his name, got there quickly and was able to deliver the strike to first in a quick, quiet, in order, top of the 8th inning. Blue Raiders retired in order, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. Bama looking to add to a 5-4 lead on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
4, we start the bottom of the 8th inning. That's brought to you by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Reminding you to protect your team by getting the COVID-19 vaccine. Tide fans ages 12 and older are eligible for the COVID-19 vaccine in Alabama. For more information, visit alcovidvaccine.gov. And they'd probably like to remind me as well to bring a towel next time. Call a game with the AC blowing right next to the open window with cold weather coming out as the voice will continue fading as we go along, Chris.
Yeah, they say that they've got the air off or heat on. I'm not sure. That may just be the wind blowing in front of the window. I doubt it. Just know it's airish regardless. Breaking ball to Hamiter starts the at bat. It misses in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Count to William, who had a triple to bring in a run and later scored himself in that 4-run fourth. That offering almost hit the bull from Julian. Righty-lefty matchup continues. Another fastball, another one that misses. Jack Julian, the sophomore righty. 9 in the count. 3-0. Look at ball 4. Hamiter showed bunt. That was just a diversion. And it worked, by golly. A man aboard for Alabama to lead off the 8th. Tide would love to add an insurance run or 5, if at all possible, right here. The way Riley Quick pitched in the top of the 8th inning, I don't know that it's needed. Definitely take it, though. And a visit to the mound upcoming from Jerry Myers, the head coach. Gonna talk things over with Julian. He may go ahead and make a move. He's looking that direction. And he is going to call on another righty after Julian missed with 4 straight. He rapidly will make a change. Again, our calls to the bullpen are presented by Auto Owners Insurance. You can make that call to Auto Owners. Go to rolltide.com/autoowners to partner with an independent Alabama agent who can provide local personalized insurance expertise today. 5-4 Bama looking for more when we return on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Owners Insurance, it's Ollie Aikens taking over on the mound for Middle Tennessee. 4 appearances, 2 starts this year, no wins, no losses, a 3.27 ERA for Ollie Aikens. He is a right-hander, stands at 6'1", 150 pounds, a freshman from Sweetwater, Tennessee, went to McMinn County High School. He's now in for the Blue Raiders, and you know it's a cool night here in Madison. We're staying warm thanks to our friends at Onward Reserve, the official apparel provider of the Crimson Tide Sports Network this season. We thank them for all the great gear this year. Visit Onward Reserve for all of your golf and game day apparel. Live authentically with Onward Reserve.
At the plate for the Tide, Johnson. It's a ground ball with a runner going. The throw to second is late, and then it was dropped anyway. Johnson safe at first, and we pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Moving the runner certainly helped the cause as Hamiter slid in, and I think he was going to be safe anyway, but Mabry dropped the ball at second. Haven't seen an error posted yet, so we'll wait and see what they officially call that. It is going to be an error charged to Mabry, as the first offering to Andrew Pinckney was taken for ball one. He was showing bunt, as Bama has men at first and second. Nobody out. Again, looking for an insurance run here in the eighth. Pinckney shows bunt, a good one, left side, fielded by the pitcher, throws to third, he's not in time. Great hustle on the part of Hamiter, and the throw from Akins was a good one. And they're talking it over, and I thought he was safe. It was a close play, but I thought he was safe. Haven't seen the replay as of yet. We had a really good look down the line, and I thought Hamiter got there ahead of the baseball.
I never considered anything else.
Yeah. Jerry Myers debating it with the third base umpire, Matthew Wilbanks. It's a tough one there for the Blue Raiders, as they easily could have had at least one, maybe two outs in this inning, but instead the bases are juiced and Bama hadn't gotten one out of the infield. Coach Myers is going to bring the infield in to talk things over. So you got Hamiter at third. They rule that a fielder's choice. And the runner's safe. Pinckney safe on the fielder's choice, and going back, the same thing for Johnson. So a walk, back-to-back fielder's choices, an error, and a second pitching change in this very inning. We'll keep it right here this time.
Before I tell you about the new pitcher, I did want to remind everyone that Cadence Bank allows you to keep up with everything Alabama on the Roll Tide mobile app presented by Cadence Bank. You can download the Roll Tide mobile app now for free at the App Store and also on Google Play, as James Sells will be the new pitcher on the call to the bullpen, presented by Auto Owners Insurance. Sells 9 relief outings out of the bullpen, 1 win, 2 losses, a 6.20 ERA. Has picked up a team-high 2 saves on the year, 18 strikeouts in his 24 2/3 innings of work so far this year. He is a right-hander from Winchester, Tennessee. Went to Tullahoma High School. Stands at 6'1", 180 pounds. Taking over for Middle Tennessee.
Does indeed, and he inherits, dare I say, a dumpster fire. Your base is loaded. I talked about a couple innings ago. They are really creative, and they have embraced the Trash Panda nickname here in the Rocket City and for this franchise here in Madison. They've got literally a concession called Dumpster Dive. Playing right off the old Trash Panda nickname. Bama will send Tommy Seidel to the plate. He is 2 for 3 on the day, an RBI double back in the 4th. He had a single in the 6th. His first time up, he flew out to right field. That was in the 3rd inning. He bats here with the bases loaded. Pinckney at first, Johnson at second, Hamiter at third. That's the order you want those wheels in as well for Bama. If he could put one in the gap. Lifts a fly ball, fouling out of play right side to Seidel, and the count's 0-1. Tommy's season average at .345. He's homered 3 times. He's doubled 3 times. And he's driven in 15 runs. Bama up 5-4, looking for more here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Fastball up and in, evens the count at 1-1. Both teams scored 4 in the 4th. Bama got a run in the 6th. That's the difference right now. Swing, ground ball through the whole right side, base hit. One run is going to score as Brad Bohannon says, let's go station to station with nobody out. The throw in from right field was a good one, and Alabama not in any hurry. 6-4 now the lead. Seidel with his 16th RBI on the year. Here's Matt Gassetti, who had a sac fly RBI in the 4th. Base is still loaded. Bowell almost got to the backstop. Nice diving stop by the catcher, Rudder. 1 ball, no strikes. Infield in once again for MTSU. The stretch, the pitch. Strike on the inside corner. It's 1-1. Gassetti taking a deep breath. Steps back in. Twirls the bat 3 or 4 times. Now waits as Sells works from the stretch. 1-1. Slow roller left side. Pitcher knocks it down. Can't pick it up. Everybody's safe. And Alabama gets another run in. It is now 7-4. The Blue Raiders, their own worst enemy here in this 8th inning. Likely another fielding error to be charged there. So Hammer already in. Johnson crosses. Pinckney now at 3rd with Seidel at 2nd, Gassetti at 1st. They'll call it a base hit for him. Wow, and an RBI, he'll take it.
I like it. It's a very well
problem with
it's
it.
Very tricky place for Sells.
7-4 Bama. 1 ball, no strikes. The count to Colby Shelton. Fastball outside, and the count goes to 2-0. Boy, bases loaded, a 2-0 count for this guy. That could signal real trouble for MTSU. Home run cut, fouled it off, and it's 2-1.
Run rule is in effect. We didn't need to talk about it for the longest time. Tied at 4 or 5-4, but you mentioned bases loaded for Colby Shelton, nobody out. Anything can happen.
Good indeed. Off speed, laid off of it. That one misses high. 3 balls and a strike. 7-4 Bama. Bases juice, nobody out. Shelton waiting. Pitch is dealt. Downstairs, ball 4. That's an RBI for Colby, excuse me. I know a Robbie Shelton. That's not him. Walk number 2 in the inning. Pinckney comes in to score. Seidel to 3rd, Gassetti to 2nd. With Shelton at 1st, here's Hodo. Ground ball right side, knocked down by the 2nd baseman Mabry, throws to 1st in time, and the 1st out is recorded, but another run crosses for Alabama. Seidel coming in, and it is now a 9-4 lead. So 2nd and 3rd as Shelton goes to 2nd. Drew Williamson comes to the plate as Gassetti now stands at 3rd. 1 out, pitch called a strike on the inside corner. Drew looking for his first hit today. Had a sac bunt in the 7th. 0 for 3. 0-1. Breaking ball bounces in. Nice stop on the part of Rudder to keep it in front. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Nine to 4 Alabama. Batting here in the bottom of the 8th inning against MTSU. Ground ball, right side, foul. Righty-lefty matchup continues. Here comes the 1-2 to Williamson. Laid off of it, missed outside. It's 2-2. Two-two offering. Ground ball right side. Playing in shallow right as the second baseman Mabry makes the throw to first in time, but once more the ground ball to the right side of the infield gets a runner home from third. Gassetti crosses. It's now 10-4. Shelton moves up to third base. Williamson with the RBI. And for Drew, that is his 28th run batted in on the year, adding to his team lead. And here's Jim Jarvis, 9th man to bat in the inning. Trying to keep the frame going for the Tide. He takes ball one low. Jim's hit it hard 3 times, struck out once, had 2 hits to show for it. Off speed, misses downstairs. It's 2-0. Bama had a 4-run fourth, matching the same for MTSU, but a single run in the 5th, and now a 5 spot here in the 8th has busted it open. A strike puts the count at 2-1 now to Jarvis, batting in the cleanup spot of the order for the Crimson Tide. The lefty waits as the pitch is dealt. Line fouling out of play left side. Look out, everybody. Again, a great crowd on hand. 5,000 tickets pre-sold for this. They were expecting about 7,500, and I think we got close to it. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. A runner at third. Fastball bounces in there, and it hit him on the front foot, the right foot. And that'll put Jarvis down at first. And Bama has been able to bat around. It's really a break for MTSU that it hit Jarvis. Got him not on the foot, but it got him on the lower leg. Thought that ball was going to bounce in there and would have gotten to the backstop. And a guy who's been very busy in this inning, head coach Jerry Myers, back to the mound again. And it looks like a pinch hitter is going to be called on for the Tide. Max Williams has grabbed a bat. It's another luxury that Brad Bohannon has gotten out of the big run 8th inning. Gets to work a pinch hitter in or two. As another call to the bullpen has been made, brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance. Tell you who the new pitcher is when we come back. Bam up 10-4 in the 8th on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Another call to the bullpen presented by Auto Owners Insurance in this 5-run bottom of the 8th. And now Dewey Daniel, the third pitcher to work for Middle Tennessee in this frame. Taking a look at what he's done this year. He's only pitched in 2 games, has made 1 start. No wins, no losses, a 4.50 ERA. He's only worked in 2 innings, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts during that time for Daniel Dewey. And Dewey finishing his warm-up tosses. He is from Murfreesboro, stayed at home for college, stands 6'3", 195 pounds. He is a sophomore working on the mound for the Blue Raiders.
Facing Max Williams, getting an opportunity to pinch hit here in the 8th. 333 average in his freshman year, 7 hits and 21 at bats. He's got 2 doubles and 6 RBIs. He has got a very bright future and has a home run cut, but came up empty the first pitch he sees. 0-1 the count. Williams pinch hitting for William Hammeter, who had a triple, a walk, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. Swing and a miss. That fastball got by him in a hurry, a little late in his decision there. (10-4) Bama, looking for more with 2 outs and men on the corners here in the bottom of the 8th. Playing up in the Huntsville area. We're in Madison, Alabama, home of the Rocket City Trash Pandas, Toyota Field. Williams, a left-handed batter, waiting on the 0-2. Swings over the top, misses. Actually got a, was it a foul tip? It was just a 3rd strike that was dropped, and Williams walked off the field, and that'll do it for Alabama in the 8th inning. But a good one it was. 5 runs on just 1 hit. 2 errors certainly helped the cause, and Bama leaves men stranded on the corners, and we go to the 9th. Bama leading at 10-4, good buddy, on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Start the top of the 9th inning at Toyota Field with a new pitcher on the mound for Alabama. He called the bullpen presented by Auto Owners Insurance. And answering the call is Alton Davis II. And looking at what Davis has done so far this season for the Crimson Tide, really good work out of the Crimson Tide bullpen. No wins, no losses. A ERA at 6, but that was mainly due to 1 inning he had against Columbia. But otherwise, very solid work. 1 save on the year. Batter's only hitting .289 against Alton Davis II. He's on for this 9th inning. And this 9th inning is brought to you by the AC Hotel. You can experience an upscale stay in the heart of the city. Conveniently located in downtown Tuscaloosa, AC Hotel, just minutes away from attractions like the Riverwalk, the amphitheater, and everything the University of Alabama has to offer. Check out the convenience of AC Hotel Tuscaloosa for your next trip to the capstone. It's Davis on in the 9th as Alabama's 3 outs away from a win.
Roger Hoover, thank you so very much. Tide indeed trying to close this one out and improve their season record to 19-6 on the season. And also trying to keep the midweek record perfect. If they could finish this one off, and we would prefer rapidly so. 4, 5, and 6 spots due up here in the inning. As Briggs Rudder will lead it off. Catcher for MTSU swings at the first pitch, grounder up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. So Rudder with the single, his first hit of the night after 3 flyouts. Brings up the left fielder Jackson Galloway, who's 1 for 3. A single and a run scored in that 4-run fourth. Strikeout and a ground out and 2 other plate appearances. Davis, the lefty, fires a fastball past Galloway, and the count's 0-1. There's a shot toward right field, staying up high enough, or long enough, I should say, for Seidel to get to it. And the right fielder makes the grab in time for out number 1. A little gasp from the Bama faithful here in Madison when that left his bat, but Seidel had a beat on it. By the way, Williams did stay in to play left field for Alabama after pinch hitting for Hammeter. There's a fastball, or a breaking ball inside, I should say. 1-0 the count to DJ Wright. A single, a walk, and a strikeout for him. That one bounces in. Good block on the part of Gassetti to kick it all the way towards first base and within about 15 feet of it. If this were a 1-run game, I have a feeling that Rudder would have been standing at second base, but down 6. He didn't see any need in risking it. Ground ball back to the mound. There's one at second, one at first. And let's get out of here. Alabama wins it by a final of 10-4. Alton Davis, the second, starting the 1-6-3 double play that wraps this one up. Bama winner by a final of 10-4 over MTSU. That's the 20th win on the season for Brad Bohannon's Crimson Tide. Post-game comes your way in a moment here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. My bad. One more break. Hitting 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned. No walks, 6 strikeouts. Jalen Works, the starter for MTSU, 3 1/3, 7 hits, 4 runs, all earned, a walk, 2 strikeout. They did not factor into the decisions, though. This one will tell you who did and break things down when we come back. 10-4, Bama a winner over MTSU. That's 20 wins now in the season for Coach Bo and the Tide. We're back after this on the Crimson Tide Sports Network.